So today I'll be talking to you guys about the Alka Seltzer lab and how everything in it relates to science. So the first thing it relates to is mixtures and pure substances. So when the water was by itself before we put in the lava lamp, it was a pure substance, and also the oil was a pure substance when it was alone. But when we mixed the two and the food coloring came in, it became a mixture. Now I'll talk to you guys about homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. So at the end, when all the pure substances were mixed and became a mixture, it was a heterogeneous mixture because it could be separated. In the lab, nothing was a homogeneous mixture because nothing was super hard to separate or like impossible. In the lava lamp lab, the water was the solvent to the food coloring, which was the solute. Water is actually a worldwide solvent. So the water was a solvent because it dissolves the food coloring and then made it a mixture. The food coloring is soluble, so it dissolves quickly when the water hits it. Some physical changes were when we broke up the pill into 4 pieces because we didn't change the characteristics, we just changed how it looked. Some chemical changes were when we put the pill into a liquid because that changed the properties of the liquid. Some physical properties of the water is that it's clear and see-through, but some chemical properties is that the water's boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius and its freezing point is 0 degrees Celsius. So this lab also relates to the periodic table of elements because the elements water is made up of from the periodic table of elements is hydrogen and oxygen. The elements oil is made up is carbon, hydrogen, sulfur, and nitrogen. So the solids in this lab is the Alka Seltzer pill. The liquids in this lab was the water, food coloring, and oil. And since half of the bottle was filled and only filled with liquid, the other half was gas because that took up all the empty space. So the atoms water is made up of is hydrogen and oxygen. In hydrogen's atom, it has 1 proton, 1 electron, and 1 neutron. In oxygen's atom, it has 8 protons, 8 electrons, and 8 neutrons. You can find the electrons and protons by the atomic number, and you can find the amount of neutrons by subtracting the atomic number from the atomic mass. The water is more dense, which causes the water to fall to the bottom and the oil to rise to the top in the water bottle. Molecules and compounds. Water, also known as H2O, is a molecule and a compound. All compounds are molecules, but not all molecules are compounds. H2O is made up of 2 hydrogen elements and 1 oxygen element. Because it is made up of 2 different elements, it makes a compound.